So admittedly, I don't think this game is going to be for everybody, but I think you guys may recognize this in some of the YouTube footage that you all might be looking at. This is American Truck Simulator. This only came out on Steam. As part of, you can play on Windows, Mac, and Linux. And it's also verified to be playing on the Steam Deck for anyone that's wondering. The game came out in 2016 and was received pretty well reviews on Steam, overwhelmingly positive from all the fans of the whole PC universe. The game has you driving around and delivering cargo to places, and let me tell you, this is going to be the longest stuff you'll ever be doing. Now, there's three ways you can play this game. You can use the mouse and keyboard, which I don't recommend, even though there are plenty of buttons enough to support you. But there's also controller support for anyone that's wondering. And if you really want to play in a more realistic style, you can play it with a steering wheel. So you can basically do that with the whole paddles and whatever. So if you ever want to play in a real type of truck driving game, then yeah, the steering wheel and everything will be good for you. But I think the whole accessory thing might be a little expensive. So like I said, you can go around and you drive around the places. There are some stuff you guys should know about this. There are going to be some penalties that you guys might not realize. Just because you're driving around doesn't mean you're free to do whatever it is that you want. For example, there are headlights that you need to turn on. If you don't turn them on and not realize it, you're getting a fine. Cross a traffic light, you get a fine. Stop sign, same thing. Driving way too fast, you get a speeding ticket. A car accident, you name it. I mean, hey, it's called simulation for a reason. This is meant to be a real life experience. But for the development itself, I think what happened was they end up taking pictures or video record each of the states that they basically travel. Doesn't matter if it's like in somewhere across the America or everywhere else entirely. But the thing is that this game is a DLC hog. I say this because there happens to be a buttload of DLC content in terms of getting states. But I always would wait for a sale to happen. They usually happen pretty often. So you shouldn't have any problems like taking care of finding DLC. And they still bring out brand new updates and content to this very day. And this game has received a lot of support. Oh, in case you guys are wondering, the game has multiplayer options along with some mod support. In case you guys get bored and you don't hear anything in the game, well, I got some good news for you guys. You can listen to radio while you're traveling on the road. There's real life radio that you can pretty much connect to the internet and listen throughout then. But if you really want to, you can take your own music files and put them in the game. You can also upgrade your trucks or maybe get some new trucks. Yeah, there's also DLC trucks, as I should mention, so it's just something you guys should be aware of. There's too much DLC to pretty much say. Like I said, there's too much of it. Like I already said before, it's a DLC hog. But Arizona, or at least something, I think it was Arizona that was free. So basically there is a couple of free DLC packs for like trucks and basically different part of the states that you'll go into. There isn't that much offers in terms of radio stations, but you can always categorize them by genre. You can go around in these games, look through all these places. There's also like, it just feels like it's lifelike in the game. Maybe because you see people driving, or maybe they got pulled over by a cop, or perhaps there might be a car accident and you have to get passed through. You can also operate yourself by turning on the blinker left and right. But here's the thing I also discovered too. When you use the blinker, the people will actually be right by you, and in case you don't see them, the truck tries to warn you that there's someone right next to you, and you want to wait until that alarm goes away, so that way you don't have to create some sort of car accident. But there's so much things you can do in this game, it's like you don't even know what you want to do anymore. But this game does have a huge life support. So there's basically like brand new content and some trading cards you can get for this game itself. It even has photo mode. Yeah, that's right. Photo mode is also in this game. But I don't think it matters how you play this game, as long as you're enjoying it. but you might get bored because it might take you at least 30 to 40 minutes, or maybe an hour just to get to your destination. But that really depends on the job that you basically take. When you go to the job thing, they actually tell you where or how long it'll take you, and then if you see that it's a decent amount of enough for a shorter route, then it's cool. The GPS also tells you where to go, as you can see on the screen, and they even tell you to keep left, keep right, and whatever. Just like real life GPSs. But if you do like this game, then check out its European counterpart, Euro Truck Simulator 2, that's also on Steam.